Hello, Patreon people. It is I, Professor Moptop, once again welcoming you to our weekly fantastic update here on YouTube/Patreon. Welcome again. Thank you as always, a million, trillion, billion times over. It's always a pleasure to talk about the Beatles. This week, you're going to be getting 4 hunks of audio in your email/WeTransfer, and we're going to be talking about 4 early songs, a single, as well as the first couple songs from the With the Beatles album. The first song you're going to hear about is a really big one, really good early Beatles song. It's called She Loves You, and on June 26th of 1963, after a gig, John and Paul went back to their hotel room, sat on matching beds facing one another, and as Paul McCartney calls it, eyeball to eyeball, started writing a song. They were each contributing about the same amount. They call it a 50-50 split. They had this thing where they wanted each song to be a little bit better than the last. They wanted an improvement. They wanted something unique. They wanted something special about each original song. Now, there was a song called Forget Him by a guy named Bobby Rydell, and it's sung to a girl, but it's not sung about the girl. It's sung about him, and the singer of the song is telling the girl to forget him. They really liked this angle, so they wrote She Loves You, which is sung about a girl, but it's sung to a man. They're saying she loves you, and you should pay attention. On July 1st of 1963, just a week later, they recorded it, and George Martin was very impressed. They put a lot of work into it. There was a lot of excitement about the song. They thought it was going to be a big deal, so they put some extra effort into it. One of the big things they did was they put microphones closer to the drums. This is why the drums sound so cool on She Loves You. This was also the Beatles' first million seller in England. It was a big deal. It's a big song, and it holds up just fantastically. They recorded the B-side the same day. It's called I'll Get You. They recorded it right after they did She Loves You. At first, it was called Get You in the End, and once again, it was a 50-50 split with Paul and John each contributing to the song. Each of their individual personalities were starting to emerge. Paul with the optimistic side, John with the kind of negative side. The Beatles also had a very cool quality about them that the girls just adored them. They thought they were cute. They thought they were fantastic performers, and they loved them. But the guys also dug them, so they were really working well at building a big audience of teens who were widely accepting of them. They paid close attention to the A-side, which of course was She Loves You, and they quickly got through I'll Get You. If you listen real closely to I'll Get You, specifically during the bridge of the song, some of the words that they're singing are very different. One singer sings change, one singer says make your mind. There's a harmonica overdub on the song as well. That's the B-side, which is I'll Get You. And then we quickly move to the With the Beatles album. It Won't Be Long was the first song on the first side. And John was very clever because he came up with belong and belong. Belong as in 2 words and the word belong, putting them right together next to each other. He thought that was very, very clever. They had the yeah-yeahs and the woo-woos, but they wanted to make sure that they didn't overuse any of these tools that they had. It Won't Be Long is sung directly to the woman, and the harmony vocals on the song, which are supplied by Paul and George, are very clever, as in they're answering the questions just before the singer, which is John, answers the song. It's once again a 50-50 split with John and Paul working really, really well together to create really, really good songs. And again, their individual styles were emerging quickly at this time. All I Gotta Do is the 4th and final song that you're going to hear about this week. At one point in time, John and Paul had a notebook where there was a whole bunch of early Beatles songs that they had written down. There were some notes about what the words were, how they would sing it, and even though they couldn't write or record, even though they couldn't write or read music, they still kind of were able to figure out how these songs would sound. Well, somehow this notebook got thrown away. No one's totally sure who did it. John blamed his Aunt Mimi. It might very well just have been John or Paul losing this rather precious artifact. Well, they remembered the song All I Gotta Do, and they recorded it rather quickly as they pieced it together, remembering what they had about it. John said he was trying to be like Smokey Robinson's You Can Depend on Me. John also says that early on they were just assuming that they could do anything that Smokey could do. There's a huge Motown influence, specifically on that second and third album that the Beatles put out, which is the With the Beatles and the Hard Day's Night soundtrack. And with a lot of these songs, they were moving so quickly, they had so much good stuff, and they were moving so fast that they never played All I Gotta Do live. You can hear about it as you get your email, and check it out. As always, thank you a million, billion, trillion times over. I am Professor Mop Top, and thank you, thank you, thank you.